It is I, Menace Snowdecker. Welcome back to another YouTube video of BeyBlade Land. I'm gonna be honest, I did not change the title for the last one. I was going to. Change it up and add in building the first blade. But then I looked at it, building Sword Dran, building the first blade, BeyBlade Land, part whatever. I'm like, okay, that's way too long of a mouthful. No one's going to want to sit there and type that on an Xbox or on a Roku. No one's going to want to sit there and type all that out on their phone, just try to find a video. And I'm like, okay, what if I do that? I got to edit all the other ones too. Building the driver? Building the ratchet? Building the dragon's face? No, okay, we're not doing all that. I could, but, no. So I'm just going to leave that as it is, and we're just going to continue as we are here. I hope I'm wrong, but it feels like part of my lip is bleeding inside. I really hope I'm wrong. Did you ever get one of those moments where you get a piece of candy and you just have a little bit too much and it wears down your mouth? That's kind of what I feel like right now. I haven't felt like that since I had that really spicy Sour Patch Kids pack. It wasn't a small one either, it was a really big pack. Funny story, there's actually a little bit of damage on my tongue because of it. My tongue does not look correct, if I'm being fully honest. You gotta physically look at it though. Me just sticking it out at somebody, you can't really see the details. You have to be a doctor and examine it. I am telling way too much. I should stop. Right, whatever. Okay, going back to where we left off. Stay flying. There you go. Get in the air. Hallelujah. Ha. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It seems I got the flames just a tad off. But to be fair, I didn't have enough space to fully work with everything, so I did the best I absolutely could. Based on where that part is, yeah, the tip of the flame is supposed to just barely be touching this section. But because I didn't have enough space, I skipped that part. So I'm just going to ignore that. Okay. So we do exactly what we did last time. We start with the saber. We extend it up. We go out a little bit. Leave just enough space. I'm not copying it fully. I'm just getting a small idea of what I fully did here. Right. Okay. No. Okay, there we go. That kind of works. To an extent. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. I got an urgent message. I had to answer it. It rained outside. It rains in the game. I mean, I'm not complaining. I love the rain. But gosh dang it, give me a break. Oh, okay. It's a necessary part of life. I swear, that still looks ridiculously long to me. But whatever, I can't control everything. Okay. I'm gonna try to add as much detail as I possibly can. I know I cannot get it exact, but I'm gonna get it as darn close as I possibly can. Now, where did I branch that off at? Right, halfway through. So about there, actually. That should be close to it. Yeah, that seems right. Let's get the outside edge done first. That way I can just focus on the rest of it. I'm gonna come back and I'll do this all piece by piece. There we go. Good. Good. Excellent. Bravo. Just ignore me. I'm trying to lighten my mood. It's been a heck of a day. Right. That's what I did. So where the point meets, drop it down, because that's what it did on the bay. We're just going to do that all the way around. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. Tad too far. Tad too far. And we still need to keep that little bit of curvature. So we're just going to start right here. I can't go over the blue parts. You know, it really sucks that I don't have a slab that's a deep dark blue. You know what? I'm in Bedrock, so I can't use mods. I mean, I can. They suck. Mostly. But Decker, you get all these cool worlds. I don't need the worlds. I need the mods. Only the mods. But you get all these cool skins. I don't need the skins. I don't need the worlds. I need the mods. Lucky Block Challenge. Shut up! Shut up or I'll shut you up myself. One block survival world. Is there a stormtrooper I could punch? No? Whatever. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make fun of the algorithm a little bit. You know what I could use? I could use a mod pack that has, like, a full list of continued glass panes and glass blocks. So there's no lines in between it, it's just all solid and you can still see through it, so it creates that plastic look. And then while we're at it, let's just go ahead and add a whole bunch of slabs and blocks. Especially ones that feel more like stone, so that they don't, you know, burn up from lightning and fires and stuff like that. But, like, make it all the colors of the rainbow. So literally take all the colors of the wool. Okay, now put that in the stone blocks. And make some of their slabs too. Oh, the rain stopped. Good. One less to worry about, one less annoyance. That gives me more time to focus. I was trying to make a Call of Duty reference with that one line. I don't know if anybody watching was one of those people that played it, but there was that one line in I think it was World at War, I think. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. But it was the one with all the Germans inside it, the Nazis, dating back to World War II. Jerry! One less to worry about! It was such a good line. It really was. I think they had that on the Wii, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did, because I remember playing it on the Wii once. I just don't remember the full name of it, that's all. It's been a little while. Okay, so after that point, going down. Looks like the height maintains that exact same amount. However, you are way too short. That's not fully accurate, but that is a tad better. Actually, if I just chip off this side a little bit. Actually, yeah. I see that working now. Whoops. Only a tad, though. Okay, so we got the part that dips inward. But we don't have it. Oh no, it's that part. Okay, so that whole section should actually be a bit more flat. Yeah, I'm so glad I got one sword to work off now. This is making this literally 10 times faster. It's only 13 minutes in. I'm already a third of the way done. This speeds things up phenomenally. That don't look right. Yee, that definitely don't look right. Okay. Hold the phone, Buster Brown. That must change immediately. You shrink. Uh-huh. There we go. I was about to have a spasm of a hissy fit. I'm like, where did I go wrong here? I'm building this section. This tiny little section. The one where my nail is. I'm trying to get, you can see it on the camera. Yeah, this little angle right here. trying to cover it up. I know I need to trim my nails. Don't judge me. I've been busy. Yeah, so that little part that looks almost like an L, that's what I'm building at the moment. It just doesn't look like it because of the angle. Yeah, so this part right here. I can't get a full L because I'm building with giant squares. And then I got to make space for the curvature of the actual bay itself, because that's where the launcher would sit, and that creates the grip and the tension that's needed for when you let it rip. So I can't fully do that here, because I'm doing all this with cubes, which is highly unfortunate. If I made this twice the size, then I most likely could have actually done that. But I'm trying to keep these smaller because it makes it easier for me as I go down the road. Because there are hundreds and hundreds of BeyBlades. I said this in the last video, but it's true. There are literally hundreds. To build massive BeyBlades this big... You know what, just for comparison... This beehive is Steve. I know it's not Steve, but let's just do that for comparison. Do you think Steve would want to build these every week? These massive things, hundreds of them all around the world? I don't think so. I mean, construction is a whole thing of Minecraft, but I'm probably going to be one of the only persons determined to build all the BeyBlades. I'm saying it right now. The more BeyBlades you recommend in the comments below, I will build them. I don't care what generation it's from. If I can buy it, and I can get my hands on it, I will build it. I already have a massive bin full of Beys. Yes, this whole thing is full of BeyBlades. It's literally what I would use at tournaments. I got Horn Rhino. I got Spider-Man. Hell's Hammer. I could just sit here and go through the names and different colors of the ones that I do have. But point is, I have a ton. Now, if only all those scalpers would go away, then I could probably buy the ones I can't find. They're so annoying. You go to a store and all the new stuff is gone. It's infuriating. And then they buy some of the older stuff too, that's still going around like crazy, and you just can't find the stuff you want. It's ridiculous. It makes me very angry at times. Funnily enough, the person who taught me BeyBlade I thought so. I had that part wrong. Yeah, that's that section, so I need to copy that. So glad I checked. He told me that there's this one store he frequents because it's almost directly right beside his house. It was a Myers. And he says that there's this one person that comes in every single time they get a new shipment. They don't know how he knows. They just know that he knows. But every new shipment, he comes in and he buys every single BeyBlade that they have. And it absolutely angers them. They told me one day they walked into the store, all they had was one Phoenix Wing and... if I remember correctly, it was one Arrow Wizard. And that was it. That was all they had. That was all they had left in the entire store. Everything else was just... gone. Brand new shipment right off the shelves. And then he would go home, go online, jack up the prices a little bit and sell them. And it just angered them. And I'd be mad too. I'd be very mad. I'm trying to remember how I did this whole thing fully. I want to get the angles just right, so I keep going back here and double checking because I'm afraid. I'm gonna be honest. I'm afraid to put anything down. It starts right at the blue. I shouldn't be afraid, but I am. That's one of my problems is I don't want to start unless I have a clear vision inside my head. And if I can't picture it fully, then I just don't do anything and I just sit there for 20-something hours just trying to figure out, okay, how can I do this? And before anybody shouts, you could just copy what you're looking at. Okay, I wish it was that simple. First of all, this is Minecraft. You can't always copy and paste everything. As much as I'd love to, you can't. Second of all, this one's round. So all the angles here are going to immediately be thrown off. So if I copy and paste this whole thing as is, and I shove it right there, it's not going to fit. You can already tell just by looking at it that it's too thick, and I got to get the angles just right. Otherwise, I'm going to be beating myself up inside my mind, mentally, and that is highly unhealthy. I don't even think you realize how unhealthy it is. Yeah, I couldn't fit the whole thing. I thought so. I was right. I really hate being right sometimes. I really do. Yeah, that's good enough. And that last one would go there. Better. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I only did that because, okay. You. There. Okay, that's an improvement. The blade stays pretty consistent all the way around. I just gotta watch out for that last patch, which I've probably just built on top of, which I'll have to delete later. But that's fine. That's okay. Yeah, so that's one of the blades there. Holy crap, at this speed we might actually get it done this video. That would be awesome if we actually did that. Okay, let's go for that. Let's try that. Do or do not, there is no try. Thank you, Yoda, for that nugget of wisdom. Respect you. Yeah. Okay. Let me just eye this up to my second monitor so I can get a good look and feel. That spot right there needs changing. Where my little cursor is. I still need to add in the stone. But I think that'll just about do it for the main details. There's a few smaller details on the blades that I'm going to try to add afterward. At least I hope. Yeah. Right, that spot stays a bit flatter, so I need... Is that... I thought so. I'm doing this wrong. I thought so. The right idea, wrong spot. Move this all over by 2. And we flatten it out to this very edge. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. And now we just finish filling it in. Looks like these ones go all the way there. That section maintains its consistency, so let's just fill that whole gap in. Any spots that I missed? I'm looking for you. I'll find you, my pretties, and your missing villager too. Yes, you. It must maintain the consistency. It's not 100% accurate, but that is pretty darn close. Now, the one thing I've deleted 3 times now. The small contact points underneath with the hollow interior. That line up with the bay. Actually, no, that one looks better. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it looked funny. It's not what I wanted to do. You do not line up. Which means I need to shrink you. Extend that part out a tad. And then we drop it down. Okay, anything else I missed? Like the blades, for example. Oh, yes, yes I did. The blades are not a complete consistency. They dip downward and then slowly rise back up with a little bit of curvature. Not too much. Just a little. So, it's a tad more like that. That's part of what helps it spin so well, is that... I'm getting my thoughts jumbled up. That's part of what makes it spin so well when you're trying to get underneath, is all the air, instead of hitting a giant arm, it goes to a fine point. So you see it just gets thicker and then goes back down 3 times repeatedly. And then right around there, right as you get in here, it dips. Like that. It's in the metal, it's in its design. No. Yeah, better. I know I can't add every last bit of detail that I want to add. I know I can't make it absolutely spot on perfect, but I can get it as close as I possibly can. If I do that, I'm satisfied, and I'm going to do that for every BeyBlade I'm recommended. Right, where the sword meets, it dips down. Just like that. Here's the last one. Sword goes there. I feel like I skipped something here. Right. That hollow interior. Funnily enough, when you look at the swords, there's actually a whole lot of gapping inside between the metal. It's actually quite fascinating. I'm sure that they could have added some more metal inside to increase the weight. But for some reason they didn't do that, and they created this hollow interior texture. So it's still strong enough to land hits. But it could have been a whole lot tougher, and they never did that. And I find that pretty interesting. So I'm just going to add the main ones, because that's all that really matters here. Okay, sword's there. Dips down. And we're going to use that whole section to create that little vibe. And then right where the sword meets, it dips down one more time. Or you know what? Actually, it'd be more like that. And here I thought we were going to have 2 more videos of me building swords. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I have just finished building Sword Dran. Dran's sword. This is beautiful. Now then. I must do a tad bit of research here real quick. Where is it? There's 2 Beys that were recommended to me to build. One was Tyranno Beat. The other is Killer Bayfall. But Tyranno Beat was recommended to me first, so I'm going to do that one first. And surprise, surprise, the internet does not give me what I searched for. I typed in Tyranno. The first thing I get is Yu-Gi-Oh! The second thing I get is Digimon, and the third thing I get is Vault Ahoy. Vault, are you cheating on Valtryek? You cheating on Valtryek, Vault? What you doing, Vault? What are you doing? What are you doing? I thought you were loyal to Valtryek. As I thought. Tyranno Beat and Roar Tyranno. Okay. So I need to figure out which one comes first. Yes, this is very important. Because in the anime it goes Sword Dran, Sword Daggers. I just lost my train of thought. Dran Buster. And then I finally learned that name of the new one. I believe it was called Dran Brave. I believe. Anyway, that's the order that they came in. That's the one that they existed in. So by determining their location, I'm going to put these Beys in numerical order of which they were created. So, now for the real question. Which came first in the anime? Because I have not seen every episode and I have no idea which one came first. AI overview. Roar Tyranno came later than Beat Tyranno in the BeyBlade X line. Beat Tyranno was released in the dual pack with Nice Shinobi. I'm not asking about releases, I'm asking about the frickin' anime. Give me the info I asked you for, dagnabbit. It is Decker, from a point of view, but that's not what I wanted. Is Roar Tyranno the same as Tyranno Beat? No. Is Tyranno Beat good? Yes. Is Roar Tyranno Sword Phoenix? Are there literally people that ask these questions online? No, Phoenix is not Tyranno. Oh my gosh. You guys are cracking me up with this. These comments are hilarious. You know what? No. I'm just going to look this up on my own time, because this is wasting my time. There's comments literally from a year ago saying I was right, Tyrannobead is going to appear in the anime soon. Okay, that's a year ago. So in other words, my stuff's out of date and it's not giving me the stuff that I'm asking right now. And that is infuriating. So I'm just going to go to a BeyBlade fandom group and I'm just going to ask there because at least I'm going to get a straight answer other than this giant round of hokey pokey that it is giving me with the bum steer, and I'm not enjoying it. But anyways, we now have our first BeyBlade built, Sword Dran. Funnily enough, this is actually the second time I've built a BeyBlade in Minecraft. The first time I ever built one, it was actually, I believe his name was Serge Excalius, and I built that for a friend to live in. Funny thing is, everybody recommended that I continue building more, but I just never thought about doing it till now. Yeah, it was stressful, but I had fun. You know what? I am announcing right here and now that I will continue building BeyBlades in Minecraft every single Sunday until I've built them all. No, I don't need to build every release or every single color that they came out with, but for every build, every layer that they designed, absolutely, I'll build them all. I wasn't fully decided on it when I first started this, but now I am. So, dear YouTubers that are watching this video and have watched it up to this point, send me every possible name of every BeyBlade you want to see built in Minecraft. Because this is only the beginning. And I'm looking forward to it. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked the video, then give it a like. If you want to see more, because there's a whole lot of space here we have untapped, then please subscribe. And like always, this is Menace Snowdecker signing off. And I will see you next time. So bye-bye. And have a great day, everybody. Don't forget to smile, because remember, a smile a day goes a long way. And I hope to see you all back here again soon. Hey, one more thing before you go. Can you please check out the links in the description below, give them a follow, and join the Discord server as well. And while you're there, how about you recommend a few games for me to play? Thank you. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.